There's this thing I saw on the internet that is a ring. That is a D20, and I really want it.
A ring?
A ring. Like
you put it on your...
Oh,
it's
cute.
like, you know,
Cute.
I mean, yes, of course, you put a ring on your finger. Jeff, what are you talking about?
Well,
it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah. There's some other ones that are like a medallion.
Yeah.
And you like press a button and it'll
I saw
spin.
that one. It looks like a stopwatch.
Yeah, like the old-timey dice rollers.
There's a handful like of different ones that those seem cool, but I'm like, I would never use them.
Yeah.
Like I could.
It's not about using them. It's about having them, Jeff. Get on the same level. Be a shiny rocks goblin with me.
I like the shiny rocks, but at some point they become too expensive for what they are.
They go clickety clackety.
And I have my little space dice that feel appropriate for my sci-fi campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pointy, as Peter will attest to.
They are very pointy.
They sure are. I don't like the super pointy ones.
Me neither. I like poking Jeff's dice.
I can appreciate that.
I would like to be adjacent to
Yes.
I feel like the sharp edges it adds I like the profile of it.
I'm just going to take it now.
Yeah.
Take it later.
I'll let you know if I want it back.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You'll forget and you'll be like, where's
my D4? Oh, God.
I need to shoot a shotgun.
Quick, no one put their feet on the ground.
Oh, you remember that too?
That would be so painful.
Oh, God. Lego or sharp D4?
Lego. I prefer to step on a Lego, I think.
Yeah.
I think I prefer,
guess. Yeah.
This is like an urchin, like a sea urchin.
I'm wondering if you
like
break the tip off of that, though.
Then,
into your
it
foot.
Stays in your foot.
Yeah.
Poke again.
What type of Lego?
I don't know.
Because there's different shapes.
I think the biggest
thing
is like with the Legos is like you step. I think actually I'm thinking about it. I think it's the edges. I think stepping on the top of a Lego might not like it would be bad, but I don't think it would actually be the worst.
The corner is the worst?
Yeah, I think the corner is the worst part of a Lego. So any sort of shape of Lego, if your foot folds around it enough to get to that corner, I think you're going to have a bad time.
Someone else can science that someday.
Yeah. I feel like the Mythbusters must have at this point. If not, what the F are they doing?
Enjoying retirement, maybe?
Are they retired?
Yeah, they're not going anymore. They're done.
It's so sad.
I got him.
More Mythbusters.
Adam Savage.
Yeah.
His name?
That's one.
Is still doing stuff. I think he's got like a YouTube channel called Tested or something like that. Jamie, I have no idea what he's doing.
See, like he seems like the kind of guy who would.
I know. Why did you have to bring that up?
I don't. It's sad actually. It's really
sad.
sad.
I don't know why I laughed about it.
Because you enjoy causing us pain.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because he feels awkward about it, doesn't know what to say, so he laughed.
But I loved Mythbusters growing up. That was my jam.
Mythbusters right now.
And how it's made.
Oh,
I love how
pretty
it's
good.
Made. One of
What's happened to the Discovery Channel?
I feel like Mythbusters, they're just so much more excited about it, though. I really appreciate some good enthusiasm. Like, I love I forget, they were like making like a slide like into the water. Like, he drops his tape and it just goes down the entire thing. He's like, well, we know that works. And I'm like, that is the comedy I am here for. This is what we are here for. How it's made is like, it feels like somebody like reading you like a Wikipedia entry.
But it's like relaxed. And I love reading Wikipedia. Unironically, I have like over 100 tabs open on the Wikipedia app on my phone. It is what I do for fun. And we had a game in college where someone would man the TV and skip the first 5 minutes or like 2 minutes of a how it's made video, mute the audio, and you would have a room of engineers try to guess what was being made.
Oh, that's so much fun.
And it was really fun.
That is actually very fun.
That is a great game.
And there's some where it's really obvious, and then there's some where it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, it's a basketball.
Yeah.
Well, I bet a basketball is weird.
Yeah.
We could play that game. We had a website for it that would, like, you could submit responses.
That's so cute.
It was
great.
Really fun. It was great. So cute. Yeah, we can play later.
We'll find it.
Anyway, the other thing that we're playing right now.
Yes.
Welcome back to the 7th Star of the Right podcast. This is session 125. How you guys doing?
125.
125.
Yep.
That's like a round-ish number.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 1/8 of 1,000.
Neat.
Yes.
We only have to do this.
Oh God.
8 more times.
Please no.
We got to hit the 1,000th episode.
1000.
That's going to be
the musical episode.
That's the musical episode.
Let's
it
go.
wasn't 100. It's 1,000. That's the musical episode.
How many years has this podcast been going on?
5.
So that would be, this is
40
going to
years.
show how bad, thank
Just-
you.
just a
how
cool
bad I am
40
at mental
years.
math.
Cool,
Yeah.
40 years.
Wow. In 40 years, I'll be so old.
We all will be.
Yeah, you guys will be older than me. You'll be really old.
All right.
Maybe
I
the
love
gap,
my friends. They're
I
just
love you
so
too.
nice.
maybe the gap won't matter at that point, you know?
I'm the second youngest one here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because you guys are all just equivalent.
We're all the
to me.
same.
Yeah.
Why does like Philip just radiate youthful energy? What's
No, you're
the-
all.
Well, we all had
Well,
the.
we're
just all
we're
old.
all
Yeah.
old.
Sorry.
That's
I love you
fine.
guys.
I am the eldest and the
Love you too.
wisest.
You are the wisest.
Thank you.
You do
Thank you.
run our recaps. Speaking
Speaking
of
of
recaps,
recaps,
you're welcome, Joe.
thank you. I was like, we gotta get back somehow. What do
Pivot.
what do folks remember from last time?
Okay, so last time was the second part of a two-parter episode, so we were doing great by the end of that. We made it back to the Calvin estate and checked in with Lynn, I believe is her name.
I don't know why I almost said Lin-Manuel Miranda. No, it's
That's-
Lynn Bradshaw Calvin.
There we go, Bradshaw. I didn't write down.
It's got a
I didn't
similar
write. I'm going to be
cadence to it.
completely honest. I didn't write down her maiden name because I'm just like you're connected
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah. So Lynn Bradshaw Calvin. We had a discussion about gene weave
Yeah.
and figured out that like it probably de-ages people, which is cool.
Mhm.
We went, that's neat. Let's maybe not tell anyone we have that or maybe use it ever, except in like bad situations.
I think she also mentioned it would augment the physical properties of the person as well. Attributes.
Quite
not
possibly.
properties.
Did she mention that?
Mm.
If she didn't,
I'll report back
it's-
next week when
that-
I
You,
finish.
you said that
know.
it changes their physiology over time. It was
Yeah.
vague.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And so then we were all like, time to get on. Oh, wait, no, I got my letter back from her and I think I ate it.
Yeah. You just,
I think I was just
you
feeling
canonically
like
have a shredder in your mouth.
like, doesn't everyone?
Yeah, to some extent.
You know,
That's
you
what
think
these
about
things are here
it.
for.
Gang. So I ate it. And then we were like, no, time to go get on the ship. And Marcus doubled back and was like, hey, what was in that
Yes.
letter? And Lynn was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we laughed at Marcus a little bit about this because, like, if he just asked Nona, Nona probably would have told him. But
I
you're
think
going to be
he-
all cloak and dagger about it.
He's assuming you're like less naive than you are, I think.
So
yeah.
many people do.
Yeah, because she looks like a grown lady.
I
So-
sure do.
So I think asking her directly, like, "Hey, what's the procedure when you die?" And then like, how do we put you back? Like, he's definitely not gonna do that.
Oh, yeah, it also
Um,
didn't contain that. I was assuming I was going to die. It was, well, you don't get to know what was in the letter because
I almost learned metagaming. I got a tour of the ship.
you got a tour of the ship
Got
before
introduced
that.
to Tara.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of. She's asleep.
Her sleeping body.
Before that, Micah and Nona had a quick chat where Nona was basically like, hi, I want to make our relationship be better. And also, please take this core shattering device and kill Tara if I seem emotionally compromised about it. Was the gist of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. We had a good talk, and I was like, I don't want this, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the thought was that Nona doesn't necessarily want to try to be making the decision about this because she might be
Mhm.
too close to it.
Mhm.
So, like, you're the person who could properly weigh, like, Nona really doesn't want this to happen, but also terrible danger to us. And you might be a little bit more objective about that particular thing. So that was the thought.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Still, it's like, ooh, a special murder device. Don't love it.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, you could also just use bombs, but the collateral damage is going to be far
Yeah.
greater.
It's my comfort zone.
So then we did a tour of the ship. We got on the ship. We went to Hartwig 9. We found said space station. We got on said space station and we discovered that there were like a lot of holes. There was a hole in the wall of this one room and then there was like a second ship
Mhm.
over.
It had a crack in its windshield.
Yeah, so that one is also,
And we haven't
got a
gone in
hole in
there
it.
yet, I don't think.
I don't know. I do not
don't
recall.
believe you
Yeah.
have.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, but it was one large hole in like one of the main rooms,
Mhm.
and Micah was able to pressurize it for long enough to get the power up and running again, and then shut off.
And then we shut the door.
Close the relevant
but we
doors.
didn't shut the door.
Yes.
HAL 201 shut the door.
Yeah, because it can only be 3 numbers and it can't be 2001.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So we've met that VI, I think we.
Yeah, it's a VI.
And he told us what happened.
Yes.
With a, we're going to say feral psychic, even though
We're
he didn't
gonna say
explicitly say
feral
feral psychic.
It's like
was a
people
feral
just
psychic.
started going crazy.
Yeah.
Right around this star date.
Yeah.
Which happens to be the scream.
Exactly when the scream.
Weird.
Weird.
That's crazy.
I don't know things though, because I'm a robot in space. And I'm going to have to constantly struggle with the whole scary robot. But he's not. He's fine.
Yep.
He's just inspired by the scary robot.
Did you already get in your, I'm sorry, I don't think I can do that reference, or are you still
I'm
locked and loaded
I'm
on
still,
that one?
I'm still
Okay.
working on that
Yeah,
one.
good.
See when
Also,
I
we
can
needed
slip that in.
Dave, I think.
I could. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm
now.
sorry, Nana. I can't do that. Well,
What's
we'll
the
see.
song that he starts singing?
Daisy Girl.
Daisy.
Yeah. I should watch that sometime.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I bet
It's
it
fun,
is.
but it's so weird.
It starts with like monkeys and a big obelisk, right?
Yeah, the obelisk is key to the whole thing, Jeff.
Oh,
I haven't
Yeah.
seen this movie.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
Adding it to the list. So
Yeah.
far, we've got Sound of Music, Donnie Darko, and 2001: A Space Odyssey.
also, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I forgot Who Framed Roger Rabbit was on there. Yes.
love
Man,
that
I gotta
movie
add
so
things to
much.
this list. This isn't fair that you guys just keep making a never-ending list.
Well, it turns out we've been on this planet longer than
Oh,
you
you're saying
have.
you're older than me?
Old as shit. Hold up. Let me actually pull
Oh, no.
up the actual list.
God, this is the content.
All right,
that
we're
our
getting
podcast
off track.
Yeah,
We're getting
fair
off
enough,
track.
fair enough.
Yeah. So we're on the space station
we
because
are.
in a few days we're meeting with Eriko Watanabe
Oh, no.
and the other Aaron version.
Yeah.
The other one.
The other
The
one.
other one.
I got
Mr.
there.
Burnside.
Yep.
That's right, because I'm Mr. Burnside. One other thing that I we've kind of glossed over a little bit, but Marcus has a little side quest going on right now where you seem to be fixated on something in
I don't know
particular
what you're talking
in
about.
regards to bringing a certain someone back from the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
Mind
Could be fun.
seeds. How do they work? How could they maybe be applied to someone who died, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I'm pretty sure the answer is they can't. But
don't tell him that.
no,
He doesn't
I
need to
don't
know
think
that.
Nona knows. She's like, okay, we just, again, like eldritch horrors,
Yeah.
snails.
Yeah,
who knows?
He just felt the sigh of the universe. Okay, like forgive him
Maybe.
for thinking that maybe.
Things outside of his understanding might
Could
be
happen.
possible.
Exactly. Let him have a little. He felt okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm advocating for my character.
Did he find Space God?
Do you want to share Marcus Speaks?
No, I'll wait. It'll be
Okay.
a slower burn. I don't
Okay.
need to
Excellent.
expose everything right now.
But yeah, I think that brings us up to speed. So here we are in Hartwig 9. You have just turned on the station, sealed off the hull breach. There is still the other port that is currently being blocked by this other spaceship that seems to be in disrepair. It's a shuttle-sized spaceship, a little bit smaller, like more fighter size than frigate size, which is what you guys have.
Yeah, we carry stuff.
Exactly. So this
Theoretically.
is more of like a transport more than a full-on like spacefaring vehicle.
Yes, I think we probably want to search that and then undock it.
Yep.
Just kind of push it out into space. Most of our problems just go out into space.
Yeah, Erica's gonna get here. We're gonna be
I'll be
like,
like, where-
sorry,
where do I
we actually have guests, so our parking pass is taken.
Oh, we didn't see you there. Hold up. Bye,
Sorry.
guys. We just go spinning end over end. We're trying to pretend we're more popular than
Yeah.
we are for
so
some
popular.
godforsaken reason.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are heading to the
I
ship.
think that's
Yep.
the idea. We will go to that
Yeah, we're still
smaller
exploring.
shuttle.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem it's probably the place where she's going to need to dock, but also, yeah, if everything that changed in this station happened right around the screams, like maybe there's more info in there.
Mhm.
And also just confirming, I know I talked about this last time, I can shoot my mag pistol / rifle in here and I will not immediately breach the hull. Correct?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe don't concentrate fire on
No,
the
no.
glass,
Of
but
course not.
yeah.
Be reasonable, Jeffrey.
Come now.
So you guys make your way towards the other side of the station. It's not a large station. It's the equivalent of maybe a small apartment building. And as you move to the other side of it, you actually notice that different systems are starting to come on. The artificial gravity has turned on. The atmospheric system has started to turn on. You actually notice on your vac suits that it says that, O2 saturation is now at a level that humans could breathe. Obviously, that's not necessarily applicable to every member of this crew.
I know what you're talking about.
But systems are starting to pick up. In fact, you notice as you're walking over that there are a couple of expert systems. They appear to be repair bots that are just going up and starting to maintain things, taking out screwdrivers and opening up panels and reconfiguring some things that have clearly gone into disrepair. It seems Hal is hard at work bringing certain parts of these subsystems off online after being dormant for so many years. It was the 2 repair bots that you guys came across.
Remind me, did we figure out the purpose of this particular station? It was building something, I thought.
Yep. It was prototyping some repair droids or robots.
Well, that's nice. You make yourself more repair droids, you repair yourself. It's a self-sustaining system.
Nona, could you actually make actually anyone who has familiarity with robotics, make an int fix check?
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you took the...
Yeah, and that was kind of my old job before joining up with McRaven.
I did not know that.
8.
That was int fix, you said?
Yep.
So that's going to be a 5 plus 2 is 7.
Okay. You both kind of realize this as you're walking past these. You've seen repair bots before. Mikey, you've probably been familiar with them on your own work on a space station outside on the orbit of Orisiame. These ones seem sophisticated. You actually notice as you're taking a quick look at them and some of the stuff that they're doing, most of the repair bots that you've worked with in the past, and Nona, you will notice this as well, they tend to be given very specific directions. They tend to be given the things that, are just very basic, go screw this thing in or do this.
There's one who's just in charge of screwdriver, and they just does screwdriver.
Yeah, they can handle low-level operator work, right? But these ones seem to be doing a level of reasoning a little bit higher than what you'd expect. And it doesn't appear that Hal is directing them in any particular way, saying, do this or do that. It seems they are, triaging some of these things on their own. And so what you guys realize is these repair bots act as if they have a fixed skill of 1.
Do they seem coordinated? Do they appear to either be talking to each other or kind of hive-mindy, this one goes that way, that one goes this way, order of operations kind of situation?
They appear to be communicating with one another, not in words, but there is definitely an audible kind of static that they kind of speak to one another to quickly.
It be beeps?
Sure, it can be beeps.
Excellent.
But high, some that are overlaid with one another, sure. Some that are lower, and it's clear that the music that is coming out of its mouth is not necessarily, it's going to be dissonant in some ways, but it is clearly encoding information and sending it between the others. It seems like they are able to communicate faster than through words. And so you'll hear just a series of chimes and beeps from one and some chimes and beeps from the other ones that seem like some kind of acknowledgement. But Nona, you don't know exactly how they're communicating. You just know that they are.
Sure.
Or the content of what they're saying.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep. And so that is happening. These guys are going back and forth, talking about how to fix parts of the ship and going off and doing that. You continue your way towards the shuttle, and you notice that the shuttle has been locked to this port for so long that seems to be a little stuck. Mm-hmm. Fused in some ways. You are able to get the door open. It's not a problem with the seal or anything like that. Mm-hmm. The seal's good. In fact, it's a little too good. And so that's something that might need to be worked on. A quick cursory glance of the shuttle. Nothing of note. The cracked glass is just that. It's only cracked. It's not broken. The
Oh, okay.
internals of the
shuttle. So we
shuttle.
don't necessarily need to do like the whole vacuum seal.
Exactly.
Pass through one, pass through the other.
Cracked in space is still pretty bad.
That's true. That's true. We still should to be safe, but I was picturing like most stuff got blown out into space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, because as we always do, if you search this station, can I have, no, roll 2d6 for me, please?
9.
You find 11 pieces of pretext scrap that you're able to salvage from various parts of this. I know, you're just
I'll add it to the pile.
It's basically just, it's another form of currency. It's your premium currency.
It's so good. I love it so much.
We're going to do stuff with that.
You're going to buy loot boxes with that?
Oh no, Jeff. No.
And if you slide me a cool $20, I'll give you some more.
Oh no.
Microtransactions.
Pay to win in our RPG. Are you kidding me?
See if I let your skeleton army do anything ever again.
Very fair. You don't have to interact with it, and it's not pay to win, but you will be getting less and less pretext scrap as I feel like the economy is a little too high.
No, not at all, Jeff. I'm doing the whole De Beers thing. We're sitting on it. The value is high.
So that is what you're faced with right now. It seems that this shuttle is stuck to the port, but otherwise it seems to be okay. The shuttle itself is not great off. It is.
You don't want us to keep it.
He would never say that.
Space. So I will say,
here's the thing about space.
Starships require a certain level of upkeep. And this has, let's just say, has missed its past couple of services.
Fair enough.
So it would require quite a bit of effort to get it back up and running. Think like, this is the old Mustang that you would need to like work on your
garage.
Jeff, you're not making this sound less appealing.
I'm just saying that is the state of it.
It's a classic muscle car.
And it's a transport.
It's really
it can carry probably 8 people.
Is it fast?
No.
It's faster than what we got though. Mostly like fighter and transport stuff.
It does not have a spike drive.
So we can't even tow it.
No.
All right, fine.
It's capable of
drag it into oblivion.
I'm pretty sure we would die.
Oh.
And by that I mean you all would die before we got to the place. We have a garage on Vistos.
Oh.
We would have to get to said garage. And that involves, I suppose we could take it to Gal. No, we're not where Gal is right now. We're where
Nona's just like, how do I keep this project?
Sitting there being like, okay, I've got a pre-tech tool kit on me. Do I have any pre-tech WD-40?
Are you just like
we want to get the thing unstuck, right?
Yeah,
sure.
You're going to need something a little bit stronger than that.
Okay.
I could say
like
it is a stationary target.
God
Certainly is.
If I don't like blow through the other side
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say we need the port to still be working is the one thing. It's like
tear
you
the whole
wrench it
side
off. Like you can park here by the hole.
Just like tie your ship with a little rope and it won't float away. We promise.
I'm not sure how.
Put the little space bumpers on the side so when it bumps against the space dock.
I'm just wondering because I like the WD-40 idea, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm wondering if I could use my like tinker ability and some pretext scrap to jury rig something like that. Could we? Make that happen?
I got so much pretext scrap. You go nuts.
Yeah. What exactly are you building with this pretext scrap?
Something to grease the door.
So you're trying now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we go about getting this
Make
off?
an infix check for me, please.
And there's nothing on this transport, right? Like we went inside. It's
pretty sparse.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could kind of like investigate around, but it sounds like there's nothing there. So okay.
10.
Nona.
nice.
So
Thank
the locking mechanism appears to just be fused right now. Shut. It seems like over this period of time that it doesn't require just some grease. It requires either some mechanical intervention of some kind. Yeah, it is definitely mechanical in nature.
So what is the thing that is broken the ship or is the thing that is broken on the station?
It is the connection between the ship and the station.
Sure, but on which side?
It is the connection itself.
Okay.
So it is the edge between the two of them.
So if we just waited, you think any of these little robots going to fix it for us? Because that'd be great.
You could certainly see if you could talk to them.
No, I'm going to go talk to Hal. He's in charge.
All right, so you go up to you just kind of go into this.
Well, because
he's kind
Hal's
of
like bounces around kind of everywhere, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to say, hello, ATL 201. We need this ship to no longer be here, and we need this port to be functioning again. Is that something you could do?
And you see, as you just kind of speak this into the air as Hal is the ship itself, you see a strip like of LEDs kind of flash up as this light kind of travels along it until it is housed in a camera, and you see a big red bulb that now appears, and it echoes with the words that it speaks and says, "Oh, the connection to the transport.
Yes.
You want it to be gone. Well, I can't drive the transport. It might require someone to get that up and running, but I could see what I could do. Yeah, let me see that." And he's going to, in a similar series of beeps and whistles,
Amazing.
Start speaking.
I'm just
to
picturing R2D2 now, and it is making my brain very happy.
Oh, R2.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. And so as you say this, you hear the two repair bots start approaching and head past you toward down the hallway that leads to the docking bay. And Hal responds and says, "They're going to take a look and see if they can fix your problem."
Thank you.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't think so. And I look at the others.
I think we kind of got the story from you, Hal, like half an hour ago. So thanks. You're doing great.
We definitely remember it.
I think while they've been looking at the door, Marcus isn't going to go too far, but I think he'll just keep kind of poking around rooms around here. Because you said it's the size of a small apartment building.
Yeah.
How many bodies are there? Like, is this place just like full of corpses?
Oh, I thought we had the corpse room.
Yeah, we had the corpse room, but if like I was imagining a smaller spaceship than the one that you were, I was imagining like from the movie Alien size, which is only like a few rooms. But if it's like a small apartment building, like just dead bodies everywhere.
No, so when I say small apartment building, that is the entirety. So it's like their living quarters. It is also where they eat. It is where they do their work.
So it is like the Alien movie space station. So not like huge.
Yeah, no, it is. Okay. It is definitely a little bit smaller on the smaller side. It's larger than the Phoenix, but not as big as something like, I don't know, like a
Teddy Bear's Picnic.
It's not as big as Glazov 5.
Also that.
Okay.
Yeah, it would actually probably be smaller than, like a cruiser. Something that holds like you would assume like the max occupancy of this station would be somewhere in the teens at most. Okay.
So pretty much we haven't found any other bodies. They were all in the corpse room.
Yeah. I think it was a total of 8.
I'm glad it's called the corpse room now. Yeah, simple, straight to the point.
Right. Thank you, Jeff.
And eventually you do start seeing that there is these beeps and whirls happening, and these 2 repair bots start getting to work. In fact, if anyone else is kind of on the walkway, they'll actually start to shoo you away backwards.
Oh, because they gotta close the airlock.
Yeah, and so if you do
that's
retreat,
fucking adorable.
Eventually,
okay, all right.
as soon as you are just like, all right, fine. As soon as you get far enough back, the doors go shook.
For those of you experiencing this via an audio medium, I want you to know that the closure is diagonal, which is the best closure to be. This is the most sci-fi, and I highly approve, Jeff.
Yeah.
And looking through the little viewer down the hallway, you see them start to take out a variety of heavier and heavier implements of starting to go to work on this.
A comically large mallet.
Yeah, they start with, a little, what are they called that people use, like welding equipment.
Sure.
But basically
Blow
just keep
torch.
Yeah, keep iterating on
the first one for creme brulee. The 5th or 6th one that they get to could be considered a weapon. They put down little goggles.
Oh, did they put little goggles on, Jeff?
They don't put on little goggles.
No, come on.
They don't need goggles.
It'll fry the camera lens.
Right, fine. They put on goggles.
Awesome. Perfect.
It's always right with the world.
Yeah, it's great that we've taken the station that you have modeled after a killer robot. We're just
Making
turning it into the cutest thing ever.
And so eventually they do start to, and one of the things that you notice about these is all of these instruments that they have are within their body itself.
Awesome.
It seems as if their entire body is a like pre-tech a metatool, but on a higher scale. Maybe not as high of a scale as to be able to work on like a shipyard.
Sure.
There's different levels of scale there, but definitely large enough to do big projects, as they are clearly doing right now. And until eventually you do see that there's just like a growing gap as the transport just starts to slowly float away. And then they start pressing the button a little bit to try and get like the door to close. And it seems like they're doing some work there. They're working on it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But they seem to have removed the transport, and now it's just slowly kind of floating away from the station.
Riddance.
Goodbye.
Good riddance to space trash. May it find our drugs somewhere out there in the abyss. Okay. I'm going to, I think, say to the robot, I'm going to say, do you have the capability of hailing our ship? If we go back to our ship and you need us, would you be able to contact us there?
And, once more, Hal appears to you and says, yes, I absolutely would. I have the ability to contact other seafaring vessels and hail them and let them know to our location. I can also sense for any possible incoming ones as well.
Yes. Please let me know if there are any incoming ships or if you otherwise need our assistance in any way.
Can do. There is currently one vessel that is floating away from the ship right now at this moment. Other than that, though, there is nothing to report.
Does the vessel that is floating away match the description and tags of the one that was just docked here?
It absolutely is.
Amazing. Then all is right with the world to let us go.
Great.
There is one ship leaving as it falls into the sun. It's gone. Amazing.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to go back to the ship and maybe begin preparations for doing this mindseed thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay. So that is the project then for these next couple of days.
I think that's exactly the idea
of implanting this mind seed into Dr. What will eventually be Dr. Kyle Reed. Okay, I'm going to need a couple of rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So from Nona, I'm going to need, this is going to be over a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need a couple of rolls from you. This is to start programming the material itself.
Sure.
And then interspersed, I'm going to need Micah, you to make some rolls as well. So for you, Nona, I'm going to need you to make an 8 on an int program check, please. And again, this is just, again, this is how long it's going to take.
Sure.
If you are unable to make this, that day is kind of like a wash.
Makes sense. Don't think, actually, that might do it. Hold up.
Go, Nona, go.
Yes, that's a 9.
Okay.
Nice.
Woo.
All right. And then for you, Micah, I'm going to need you to make your telekinesis. I'm going to need you to make, what do you use with your telekinesis? Can you it's either like wisdom or con, right?
Yeah. I usually do constitution.
Yeah. Do constitution telekinesis then. And you are also going to need to beat an 8.
Okay. Great. Let's see. Looking good. Okay, that's 11.
Okay.
Nice.
First day goes off without a hitch. You start going through what you remember from Dr. Leggett's notes. Do you actually have a scan of them,
I believe I do.
Okay.
I definitely have a copy of Dricht's notes, which is the one that specifically had this theory of how to do it with the mindseed.
Right.
I believe Leggett was more a personnel. I'm sure he has relevant notes too, but I think that's going to be supplementary.
Yeah.
Because he was more into the like what makes a personality, right?
Yeah. And so you take these notes, you kind of set them out in front of you, and you guys are going hard at work in the I assume it would be the hangar.
I think we had a makeshift thing set up there to fix me. I think we would have a very similar setup with this here, like spread out in the hangar where there's a bunch of space, and just kind of have like a bunch of like tool stuff and the big 3D printer and like all of this stuff, kind of like almost like if you imagine working on like a car in a garage.
Yep.
Where you got this big tool chests around and like various machines and stuff. I think that's roughly the vibe we got going on here.
Yeah. And I was wondering something with this space station that we're on. They have like a workshop for making droids. Is there anything we could use there that would help us in making this happen?
Yes. In fact, you probably, so Nona and Micah are going to be busy this particular day, but you could certainly task Claire and Marcus to find relevant things to give you some bonuses in the future roles.
Okay,
cool.
Marcus is definitely going to be hanging around whatever's happening.
Yeah. Can you make a
You're going to get the role of like the sun where he's like, you'll give me a crescent wrench and you're going to come back with like the wrong size.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom notice check for me, Marcus.
No. All right. Oh boy.
I need you to beat a 6.
No. Okay, I got a 7.
Okay,
Yay!
so we're good. You guys can bank a +1.
Nice.
Do we get to use that after we roll?
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Claire will also be doing this.
Marcus is a little helpful.
You're doing great, buddy.
He's very interested in the mindseed.
Claire got a 10.
Okay, Claire.
She does that.
You have 2 +1. So
okay.
Marcus and Claire go off into the base trying to find some things here and there. This is most of the stuff that you would find would actually be more beneficial for the shell itself, but there's some useful tools here and there for stabilizing certain things. But the core work that is being done right now is being done by Nona and Micah. Nona, you guys go back and forth. This is a long day. It is Nona giving directions to Micah, putting down a layer of this fine crystal that slowly starts to solidify over time. After that first layer is put down, Nona is starting to do some programming here and there, directing Micah to add grooves in certain places to effectively program this like almost layer by layer by layer. First day goes off without a hitch. It is probably the easiest part of the work as is described. It seems that this work gets harder and harder. The second day, which I'm going to need you guys to do right now, is going to be a 9 for those same rolls.
Okay.
And we've got 2 +1s stored.
We'll see if we need them.
I'm probably going to need one of them. Yes, I'm going to need to use one of them. My rolls are coming up shit.
Okay, and for me, I got a 15.
Amazing.
Wow.
Ooh. If only we could bank some of those, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you get, Nona?
I got an 8, and then I used one of the +1s to kick it up to a 9.
So you guys have one more of those left. In fact,
I'm keeping track of it.
Yeah. But I like having a little thing.
Fair enough.
Got one of those. Little ding ding.
Great.
And you use the other one. Cool. So you only have one left. This day is the day where you put the mindseed into the core. The mindseed is going to be within the core itself. It is going to give some of the structure itself. It will eventually be completely overtaken by the crystals. But the idea that Dricht had was it would jumpstart some of the parts of this process, particularly some of the things when it comes to how one interacts with a body and like what like there was a lot of things that Dr. Samantha Calvin was doing on top of this that was programming in like, this is how you chew. This is how you do X, Y, and Z. This is how programming all of the high, like lower level things like that your lizard brain knows.
Sure.
And the idea is taking that from the mindseed itself rather than doing kind of everything else around it. So this process should actually be a little bit easier than what Dr. Samantha Calvin was actually doing.
Do I have any concerns about the fact that the shell that we're putting him into is not completely a human? Is there anything we should be aware of? Is there anything I can compensate for? Is there anything I plan for? Because I have a human shell. I've got roughly the equivalent of skin. I've got things. This doesn't have some of that.
Yep. Nona, you are very familiar with the physical, with the technical parts of this, right? The actual physical. This is how you program a robotic arm. This is how you add logic in. You don't know how a human mind is going to react to waking up in a cold metallic body that doesn't necessarily have the same senses.
Sure.
You could, I don't even know if that's a role that you could make.
I mostly want to, how to word this. Nona's got a lot of feelings around this particular process because she feels like her sort of wake up was borked. Now that she knows it was completely accidental, that kind of makes sense. But she's been going through her mind over and over again. She's like, okay, what are the first things we need to say to this guy? What, like for me, I turned on and there was fire everywhere. And that was kind of one of the worst moments of my entire existence. Not that that's much to brag about because I've only been awake for like 6 months, but still, fire, bad. And so I think she's trying to, in a very analytical, do not understand how things work, but she can look at the other robot and say like, okay, it doesn't have skin. So probably if I can feel tactily stuff like that, that's going to feel weird. Differences like between this and that. Does it have eyelids? Does it have like differences between my shell and this shell that has been presented to us? What are the differences? And can I make note of those?
You certainly can. A robot wouldn't necessarily need to have very, there's a handful of things, eyelids, like you were saying. It will just be like one continuous, like anything that is a biological need of a human body isn't necessarily going to need to be something that a robot needs. So it's not going to need to be, it's not going to feel the need to eat or hunger in any way.
But that's the same with me. I don't eat either.
Yep.
Okay.
Blinking, it won't necessarily need to do. The feeling of touch would probably only be important depending on the type of shell you're putting it into. For example, it might know how hard it is gripping something, but it wouldn't necessarily have sensors like that on its chest, other than maybe like one large impact one to understand if
I got hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down.
It would probably have some other, sensors around, like if it's powered up well enough. So there's even some,
extra sense stuff
that wouldn't necessarily fit into a human body as well. So it's just it's a mismatch of things, and you don't you can make note of them. You can try and make it as comfortable as possible, but you don't really know how this is going to affect them until
Fair enough.
You see it in action is kind of what I'm trying to get at.
Fair enough. Okay.
So you guys have made your checks. Marcus and Claire spend another day kind of helping out here or there, trying to give you guys the space and the little extra energy that you can, either, helping out on the ship itself or going through the station, finding tools that might be applicable. Wisdom notice check again for you, Marcus, if you want to continue to help again. Help with that.
Please.
You're going to do a 7 or better this time.
Rolled a 9 without 9 on the dice. So.
Okay. So that's another one from Marcus. Claire got a 7 as well.
Boy, just
7 right on the dot. So you guys get 2 more.
Oh,
put it in the middle. Clink clack.
And so this day you start to actually incorporate the mindseed. You take the ring from, where were you holding it?
It's locked up in my room.
So you get it from the room and you place it within this structure as you start to build around it more and more. Micah is starting to get the hang of different parts of this. Clearly, some of the tech stuff that you've been getting into has helped out with some of this stuff. You're not just someone who is able to wield the tool, but also kind of understand what is being done. But Nona, you are kind of directing here, coordinating on all of the different things, looking at Drek's notes, looking at Leggett's notes. You guys hit snags here and there because this is a very complicated project. You need to hit some snags. And so you need to burn off some layers and put some back on. But with the help that is given to you by Marcus and Claire, finding things, you're able to, stay level-headed and continue moving on. And that is day 2. Day 3 comes around. And this is the day of no return. As you start to do this work, you're going to fully incorporate this mindseed into the core itself. If you screw up, it will either take more time or, God forbid, it doesn't work at all. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to shatter the entire thing and start from scratch, possibly damaging the mindseed itself.
Okay.
I'm going to need you guys to make that roll one last time.
All right.
This time is a 10.
Alrighty.
All right.
Oh, thank fuck.
Critical success.
Right.
Critical success on the dice. Oh, come on. Come on.
Okay. 11.
Okay.
Oh, we don't even have to use the pluses?
I don't.
Very nice.
I don't.
You got a crit,
I got 12 on the dice.
Amazing.
Which puts me at 15 for int program.
Woo. On day 3, this is laborious work.
Professional.
We're so good.
This is basically all you guys have been doing for these past 3 days. Like, even when you guys take breaks, you're talking about, okay, this is what's going to need to happen next. You want to do this work before Eriko Watanabe gets here, and you're making good progress. In fact, as you guys start to do the final layers, Nona, you get the sense that it's going to be done today. And it starts to creep over into late evening, like late evening, before that final layer gets put on. And even
Can I interject really fast?
Yeah.
Is there a step between we finish putting the layer on and it gets powered up, or does it go as soon as we're done?
There is a step to kind of jumpstart the process.
Cool.
That being said, as you're doing this, you see just little glints of flashes of lights here and there. The color is this deep navy color.
Ooh.
Almost purplish, very, very deep navy purple. Just these flashes here and there, almost as if you're catching just stray metadimensional fluctuations within the air around you, as you can see it just kind of pass through, almost as if you can see a wind blow across the water. And you finish. The core is what you think it should be. You followed all of the steps that were laid out by Dricht and by Leggett. You've taken everything into account. As far as you understand, everything that needed to be done has been done, except for that last step, where you take a meta tool that allows you to send not even a large charge, but just a little charge of metadimensional energy to jumpstart this thing, and then it'll start powering itself.
Before I do that, I'm going to put my Inquisitor helmet on.
Okay.
Because Nona's dumb, but she's not that dumb.
Is this like PPE or what?
It's, imagine, if you will, you wake up and the first thing you see is your dead wife's face.
Oh yeah, that's very smart. Yes.
He doesn't know she's dead.
I know. That would make it worse.
Maybe a comfort to him. I don't know.
No, I'm not pretending to be Dr. Samantha Calvin in front of this man. So much PTSD, I cannot even begin to unravel how bad that would be for me. So yeah, we're going to be wearing like armor. I don't think he's going to recognize it because I'm pretty sure the Children of the Silence and the Inquisitors are all from the post-Scream times. So I'm hoping it won't have any negative connotations for him. But we're taking that gamble because I really, 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 really don't want my face to be seen at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Samantha Calvin would have much weirder connotations than...
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Helmet on, hidden. We do that.
Oh, boy.
Are there any other conversations that we want to have before going. Do you want to try and power the core before you attach it to its shell, or you want to attach it?
No, I want it in the shell. I want the waking up to be... Actually, I guess you would end up in blue and then slowly come into the world. So that wouldn't be terrible either. Any opinions? Anyone?
What does
really
blue feel
your
like?
Call? I mean, yeah,
It's peaceful.
Maybe that
does.
then.
But I don't know really anything about this. If it were me, I might just want to rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah, I think we just go for it. I think he's in because it's gonna be weird. You're good.
No matter what, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Doubly weird to just be like, I had a body, now I have no body, now I have a different body. Maybe just one to the other is probably better. Let's try that. We're just in the shell.
Okay.
How do we come up in the shell?
So, Nona, you go to put all of this into a shell that you've already prepared. This would be one of your backups.
It's one that Quinn made specifically for this.
Right, exactly.
Does it look like him?
No.
Okay.
It looks
It's just a
roughly like
generic.
the Terminator 2 movie guy.
Okay, nice.
But the
She can't make not weapons. She's just like...
Yeah, good for her.
the thing is,
that's fine.
with true AI, the wiring is a lot different than a VI or an expert system. And so this is capable of housing a true AI. Nona, you go to open up the chest compartment where the core is housed. And you connect everything together, very similar to how everything's connected to your car and your body. And everything is all set. The chest cavity needs to be open in order for this last step to be taken.
Sure.
And as you approach with the tool that will give just that small spark of life, Claire reaches out to you and holds you on the shoulder and does a little squeeze and says, "You okay?"
I don't know. I suppose we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Nona, you reach down and you place the instrument where it needs to be and send a small metadimensional charge through the core of this body. And small flash happens, and you see that the light within starts to grow and grow and grow until it is brighter and brighter until you see it shining. You see and hear actuations of various parts of this body as you see just the core start to inhabit different parts of it. And you see the finger twitch. And then the eyes start to glow up with that same deep purple. And you hear, "What?"
Dr. Reed, is that you?
And he sits up with his chest open still.
Please be careful. A lot has happened that you are probably not aware of. First thing you should be aware of, you are safe. I know things probably feel very strange for you right now. I can't begin to imagine, but you're safe.
And you see him just start like looking down at his metallic hands and like flexing them and look down further at his slightly opened chest. I'm going to make a roll for this man.
Oh, is it if he's going to flip out?
Yeah.
That seems very fair.
He wants to be me.
Got a nat 20.
So he did good.
He did good.
You did good, buddy. We're so proud of you.
And you see him take a look at these hands and the open cavity, and he just casually presses it until it closes and locks into place, almost as if you can't even see the seam that was there. And he looks up at you all and says, "Well, I'll admit, this is a little unexpected. This feels strange. Well, not unexpected. The mindseed was obviously in place for a reason, but..."
Oh, good. You did know about that. I was wondering.
And you can see he squints at you and says, "You sound very familiar."
I am sure, and we can discuss that later.
Okay.
please.
Are you Terran Mandate?
No, the Terran Mandate is gone. It's been a while. Approximately 600 years.
600 years.
Yes. Quinn is okay.
Quinn, she's okay.
Yes, thank you for that.
I was worried. I didn't know if they would be able to find her or track her. You've spoken to her.
Yes, she's fine. She's with a group of other people. They've restarted the robot factory, and she seems to be quite content with that.
600 years.
Yes.
Do you know the name Dr. Samantha Calvin? Have you come across her at all?
Yes and no. Okay. Fine. Let's get into this.
Definitely looking to Nona as like, are we gonna? How are we dropping?
Dr. Reed, I am a creation of Dr. Samantha Calvin's. I am a true AI by the name of Nona, as I understand her or your, depending on how you want to look at it, ninth attempt. Yes.
Look at you.
Yes.
I've been gone for some time, I suppose. I can't imagine it. I died. I died when Quinn was the most recent. And he looks at you and then like goes back to open up the chest compartment and like pulls out the core slightly and holds it in his hands and says, "It's so small. She was able to make it so compact."
Yes.
She created you, but she wasn't able to bring me back with the mindseed.
There were complications. I am not sure how familiar you are with this technology. Do you know what the original intention of the mindseed was to do?
It was meant to take the place of a scaffold of what could be built upon, so one could actuate systems. As he kind of, starts to like flex his hands and move just a little bit more on this slab that you had him on.
Yeah, he's not, for what it's worth, not tied down.
Yeah, no.
We're not having none of that. I've had too many people tied down to too many tables. It's not a good vibe.
You had, our theory was you had to build the scaffold and then, the lower parts of the brain would need to be there, and then you could put on the higher parts, the memories, the mannerisms, everything else, and that would then become one whole person. It seems it worked.
Sort of. There was an elaboration by a unfortunately now deceased colleague of yours, Dricht.
Aye. Those crystal gremlins. Is when did he crystallize?
So he crystallized about 2 months ago, but during the process, someone attacked him for, in fact, this information that we have right here, the information that we used to bring you back, because there's a little bit more you should know about the scaffolding you were talking about.
Yes.
And I'm just going to pull off my helmet.
Oh.
This robot obviously doesn't have facial expressions. I feel like it would be very stone-faced, but it certainly goes silent at that. I see.
Yeah, I'm hers. and she made another one for you. And he was rather angry about being used in this way. And so he attacked her.
Sam's dead.
I'm not convinced of that exactly.
Okay.
Well, her body is most likely dead again. It has been 600 years.
Yes.
But, I mean, you're dead too, aren't you?
Well, I'm moving a lot more. I'm moving quite a lot for a dead person. As he actually starts to swing his legs over the slab that you had him on, and
she's like watching this and like getting ready to like help if he's gonna fall over.
Take it easy.
He stands up, and there's a little bit of weariness, and he says, "The sense of balance is much more acute in this shell. Fascinating. I'm not blinking, am I?
I don't think you have eyelids. I was on a bit of a clock. I think we can get you those later, but Quinn is not able to make mimics of humans. She just makes, the very basic metal.
Yes. Sorry. We've been talking a lot. Nona, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't met
not gonna murder me.
Your companions yet. And he goes to like reach out a metallic hand to you, Marcus and Micah. Dr. Kyle Reed, although I suspect you all might already know that.
Yes, these are my friends. She kind of like side looks at Marcus like, is that a friend? I'm not really sure. This is Micah and Claire and Marcus.
Yeah. I guess good to finally meet you. We've heard a lot. Yeah, Claire and I are also from Orisiame.
Orisiame. It's in the Magalka system, is it not?
Oh, I guess that she settled there later.
Yes.
No. Sam was from Orisiame. Her family was from Orisiame.
Oh, yes, there's descendants there now. They have a whole estate.
Yes, the Calvin estate.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I first met Sam.
Oh.
Good for them. It's been around for a while.
Yes, 600 years. So much has been... I don't understand. 600 years. We were on the cusp of making true AI. Why did it take 600 years?
There have been some setbacks with regards to psychics. There was a very strange event that occurred where a lot of them died off or went insane, and no one really knows why, although I'm starting to piece together some theories about that. Suffice to say, technology has actually been set back quite a bit since you've been gone, and the technology to make true AI was all but lost. In fact, the most recent incarnation of Dricht was trying to sort of recreate it from his own notes from previous incarnations, and he was the closest. Are you aware of the AIs that Dricht created?
Dricht was able to create true AI as well.
Yes.
I knew he was able to escape from Glazov 5 before everything happened. But I'll be honest, past those events, I am not very useful.
Yes, I have brought you back to ask you a favor with regards to one of Dricht's creations. It seems, whether willingly or having been coerced, he has made an unbreaked true AI.
Oh, that's
bad.
Not good.
Yeah.
That's the theoretical need for breaks is there's so much information that a true AI is able to capture. Is if it doesn't have those, well,
I don't think it's theoretical anymore. She has been running since roughly 600 years ago.
Okay, all right. There are clearly some things I need to be brought up to speed on.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest question I have right now, first of all, thank you all. I very much owe you my life, I suppose. Strange as it is. We'll get into the philosophical quandaries about whether I am still Kyle later. But I suspect you wish me to help with this.
Yes, please.
I was never much for the programming of the breaks themselves. That was much more Sam's responsibility. I dealt more with the materials side of the whole process. But clearly, Sam has figured out some of my pitfalls and ironed them over, as they are much smaller than I ever could have imagined. I could take a look into it, but I don't know how much I'd be able to help. I'm very sorry.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And she's kind of gonna like just back off and just kind of go lean against like, you know, a bulkhead or just a wall somewhere and just kind of look down at the floor.
No, you mentioned Sam. You don't think she's dead. If she's not, we could find her.
Yeah.
Right. I see. Sorry, getting up to speed a little bit. You were meant to be her shell.
Mm-hmm.
You woke up. I see. I have no intention of overriding you. I hope you understand that.
I appreciate that. I don't think it is something one can take for granted in this sort of situation.
What a strange time I've woken up into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Micah's gonna go over to to Nona and maybe get kind of in between them a little bit, as Nona's taking this news not great.
He's not gonna kill me. That's cool.
That is
good.
We do love that. Are you sure, like, you know, for us, you seem like an all right guy, which is great.
Thank you. I try to be.
The time that you come from is so kind of far away from where we are now. You guys were working on so many like advanced things from like what we're able to make today. Is there any like, I know this, it would mean a lot if you could, take a look at this unbreaked AI. But if there's like anything, like you're talking about like the theory, or like anywhere we could look somewhere to find out more, maybe if you don't know someone else who does, except for your wife.
True AI. We were certainly one of the front runners there. The Terran mandate was the Terran mandate. There was how familiar are you with the Terran mandate?
We've seen a lot of their corpses. I'm not against that.
Nor was I. Suffice to say, they were a group of people who believed themselves to be the rulers of all of humanity, despite very little influence on many planets and many sectors. Despite this, they were one of the strongest players in many of the various systems, and were able to press their influence. There were certain projects that they looked down upon, but not necessarily because they were immoral, but because they wanted that information themselves and did not want others to have it.
That is my understanding as to where this particular AI has come from. In fact, not so coincidentally, I believe, she's named Tara.
Not unexpected of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They, well, there's not many nice words I will say about the Terran Mandate. They are hypocrites and power-hungry fools.
Jeff, remind me, do they still exist?
Anyone currently around that you don't know.
Uh-huh.
As far as you know, no.
Fair
no.
enough.
Like the Terran Mandate, the first time you even heard of the Terran Mandate was when you went to Glazov 5.
Cool.
So Kyle continues, if there's anyone who would have information about how to break or unbreak AI, they were certainly hoarders of a lot of intelligence in that way. I believe there was also another competitor that was several sectors off by the name of Dr. Taurus, I believe.
Yes, there's one of those now, too.
Interesting.
Do you remember if they had a first name?
Guessing.
Lilith.
Oh,
Dr. Lilith Taurus.
okay. Middle initial?
T.
There's exactly one of those here.
Interesting.
So odds are either this family very much enjoys using the same name over and over again, or maybe someone else beat us to this, which I'm a little bit put out by. I thought we were making history.
But 600 years is a long time. If they are still around, maybe perhaps there is something to be found there.
I don't know if they're. In the meantime, would you be willing to maybe help us try to keep her contained?
Tara?
Yes.
I can certainly try. When Quinn was trying to be mischievous, she was able to do a lot more than we were expecting.
Yes, but you had some systems in place too.
We did. We were able to... after the first couple of weeks, when she was first turned on, she was a child. And as a child must do, so must true AI. They must learn. And so she learned, but in that learning, there was definitely precautions we had in place. As she had access to the entire station, we wanted the ability to cut off different parts of it in case she didn't look kindly on us. But we found pretty soon thereafter that she cared for us quite deeply. Those precautions never really needed to be put into place.
Okay. I think there is a lot of information you need in order to function in this world, and there is a lot of information I would like to get from you, but I do not want to press you too hard. A lot has already happened to you today. Normally in this situation, if you were human, we would offer you some tea or coffee from the kitchen, but we don't eat things. So I don't really know if I've got a lovely collection of pre-tech scrap over there if you get hurt, but that's really all we have. And Nona's kind of like she's like trying to be a good host, but she's like, fuck, we don't like have material wants.
I cannot serve you a hot beverage.
It's just all I know. It's all I know.
Nona, would you like us to build like a magnetic massager or something? Would that be nice for you?
I don't know. Maybe.
I have to admit, my last memories before I woke up before you all were unpleasant, to say the least. I would like some time to come to terms with that, as well as some of the information that I've learned these past few minutes. But I will happily help in any way that I can. I only have a few asks of my own. You've mentioned you've met Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
May we go see her?
Yes, sure. Of course. We are actually in the middle of a very strange meetup, but after this, I was intending to return to Glasgow 5 to check in with her anyway. I bring her things sometimes.
That would please me greatly. The other is, since I cannot imbibe in any hot beverage, perhaps there's a room with some music so I may meditate. That might be the best way for me to calm down.
You can have my room.
Thank you.
This is what is called an iPod. It is from the pre-tape. No, I'm just kidding.
What tunes do you give him?
Toxic by Britney Spears. Duh.
I'm sure you'll recognize this one.
This is my jam.
Timeless.
So, yeah.
I actually think I'm purposefully opening this up, and you're welcome to. Nona's going to let him take her room, which means he's going to be in the same room with his laptop and the recording he made for Dr. Samantha Calvin. And I don't think Nona quite thinks through this. I think she's just like, yes, here's the room and here's like how some music and stuff goes, but like completely up to you if he gets into that stuff or not.
Yep. But yeah, I assume you give him like a quick tour, like here's X, Y, and Z. Here's the room.
This is where open the like smuggler's hatchery, please.
Showing everyone? Oh my God.
I already told him it existed.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Here she is. She's not plugged in right now.
Yeah. I promised her I would reactivate her when we got back on the ship. And I have not done that because I am afraid of her. She hacked our ship. But it also seems mean to leave someone. I don't think you've actually experienced it yet. There's a very strange thing that happens when your shell goes down and your core is left by itself. It's not bad per se, but it is a little bit mind altering.
Quinn has talked about this experience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds not unpleasant, but not necessarily pleasant.
I think the key is you got to know somebody's going to be along eventually to let you out of it. And maybe not spend 600 years in it.
Right.
It's fine. We're fine. Anyway, room, tour of the ship, kitchen, mostly not useful, as mentioned before. And she's like weirdly just like, nervous,
Yeah.
not.
Nona, would you accept a hug?
Yes.
And he embraces you,
Uh-huh.
a little tightly.
Uh-huh. I mean, the sensors, man, it's hard.
Exactly.
It's hard to know how hard to squeeze someone. Sometimes I mess that up and I'm a person.
As he's kind of holding you, he says, "Thank you. I know you've been through a lot. And yes, you've been through a lot. But you have brought me back from death, and that is not something I will soon forget. Thank you deeply."
You're welcome.
And at that, he'll be like, "Okay, I'm going to take a moment now." And goes in there and closes the door.
I think Nona is going to make her way back to the rest of the group and just, but I think she's actually experiencing a little bit of a conundrum right now. It's not a terrible conundrum to have, but one of the things she was sort of expecting to be able to figure out from this was, in this mindseed state, is that programming of like, oh, you like your creators, still there? And she can't tell because she also just really likes this man. So she has no idea if these feelings are artificial or not. She was expecting him to be a little bit more where's my wife? Bring back my wife. That sort of thing. Yeah. And so it's like, she's like, well, we don't exactly know because I just like him. He's really nice. But there are worse problems to have.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to go hang out with the rest of the people.
Micah will kind of nudge up to you when you come back to the room and say, that could have gone worse. You doing okay?
Yes, it's different than I expected, but I think we're good. I'm really glad that he's not going to try and steal my body.
Yeah, me too.
You never really, you apparently can't take that for granted in this situation. So that's good. And I think that it would be nice for Quinn to see him again. That idea makes me happy.
Yeah, seems like she'd like that.
Yes. Fortunately, we still don't have, any more solutions to the terror problem. And that one's...
But, I mean, he did have a couple of ideas for, the, Lilith T. Taurus, that's someone we've heard of before, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Who is she?
She is a potentially also true AI creator from the... Oh, goodness, Jeff. You want to give me the pronunciation of this one?
Mercantilis Cooperative.
Mercantilis Cooperative.
Also, one thing I do want to note.
Please do.
She was a contemporary of Dr. Calvin. You don't actually know if she's still around.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay. We had that name and that she was in that system, but it was from
back
the past.
In the day.
Not,
okay. Cool.
Not alive in the present. Fair enough. Okay.
She might be.
Thank you for the
correction. The note
Fair
that
enough.
you found from Deacon
Said
was it was a contemporary,
Got it.
not
Okay.
necessarily
Gotcha.
someone who's around
and
now.
he did not go chase down those leads because that's a different location from where he is, right?
Yeah, the Mercantilis Cooperative, there are a couple of different clusters in the sector, I think it's called, that you guys are in.
Yeah.
There is the Tigerhead cluster. There's the Ristes cluster,
Sure.
which is where Marcus was. The Ristes cluster kind of acts as a crossroads between the Tigerhead cluster and the Mercantilis Cooperative. There's also another cluster that hasn't really been talked about too much, which I think is like let me quickly take a look at it. Not super important because it hasn't come up, but that cluster is a mix called the Xenarf Conglomerate and the Icarus Legion.
One of those names is easier to say than the others.
Those are sci-fi
One of those I get.
names
And
for
then
sure.
Xenarf.
Yeah, Xenarf.
Everybody
Xenarf.
knows good old Xenarf.
Yeah.
Love sci-fi.
The Ristes cluster, basically each of these cluster of systems is about a 2 spike drill, 2 hexes away from one another. So it requires a spike drive.
Right? Or no, is it a more powerful spike drive
It
as well?
requires a higher spike drive in order to make those jumps. There are rudders for them. They are a little bit more rare, as spike drives above just a regular spike drive are rarer.
Sure.
But
you know what we have, Jeff? Almost infinite money.
Yeah, I gotta find it though. And some things are priceless. You just need to murder someone for it.
We're also really great at that.
So the Mercantilis Cooperative is off of the Ristes cluster. So
Gotcha.
you basically have to travel through the Ristes cluster and then go to the Mercantilis
So we can
Cooperative.
technically find the person who brought Marcus back, beat them up, steal their rudder, get to the Ristes cluster.
No, we like the person who brought me back.
Oh.
We don't like the person that
sent you away.
me there, which was Enzo.
There's
but
mixed feelings.
We have
there.
mixed feelings about
I've noticed
Enzo.
this is very complicated.
The Aglaini system isn't actually a part of any particular cluster. It is just a system that is a 2 spike drill jump away from both Panipola and Tool Reprima, which is in the Tigerhead cluster. But neither one of those you guys have gone to. One of those is the Polo, which you have been hearing some things about, and the other one has the Tool Reprima has Maloma Rodi, which is where the irradiated many is.
Ah, yes.
So
I actually vaguely remember that name. I'm not being facetious, I promise.
Yeah. So there's a handful of different things that are happening elsewhere.
Here's my lore.
The Aglaini system is where Deacon...
Right.
You remember Deacon was originally from.
So we'll swing by. We'll steal his backup. And we got great plans. Great plans. And nobody needs to go looking for Dr. Samantha Calvin. It's fine.
Quick sci-fi question.
Yep.
So for star systems, I get we've got clusters. Are we all of these inside the same galaxy, or are these different galaxies?
These are different galaxies.
Okay.
These are they are different solar systems.
Yeah,
at
what's
the
the
very
difference
least.
between a Milky Way is a galaxy.
Yes.
Which is a collection
It's
of
a
solar
big
systems.
collection with lots and lots and lots and lots of stars.
So the
So
thing
maybe
is,
a cluster is like a galaxy?
well, the problem is how traveling through metadimensional space is.
It's not a 1-to-1 in terms of distance.
Yeah, it is.
You have to travel through fucky space.
These locations could be only a few light years away from each other, or they can be hundreds or thousands of light years. They can be on other sides of the universe.
It would be so embarrassing if you ended up having to do 3 spike drills to get to a place that is actually faster to drive to. Normally, I don't think that's how this works, but it would be very funny.
Yeah. And the reason I asked is because you mentioned that one place that's not really a part of anywhere else is ooh, is that just a star system that's alone in the cosmic void? That's cool.
It's just chilling.
Yeah. It's not quite that. It's just a little bit further to travel through metadimensional space in order to reach.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you for answering my question.
No problem. So what do you guys want to do? You have brought back Dr. Kyle Reed. He's currently hanging out in...
He's taking a moment, which I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it for me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I guess we did it. That's crazy.
Oh, we had 3 days pass. Hold up.
Oh, you got some questions.
No, I don't actually have any questions right now.
Okay.
Just if anybody wants to spend my questions, again, every single time I bring up the days, you think it's questions. I should be spending questions on things.
You could have spent a question. Well, no, I was going to say, is bring back Kyle Reed a bad idea, but I can't tell the future. So.
Yeah, I can't tell the future. It only talks about the past. Okay. I don't really, if any of you want to brainstorm fun things about the past, I am just doing this because
banking
for reasons.
Oh
no, I can't bank questions.
Oh,
there's other reasons. Jeff promised me things. It's fine.
Could you ask is it reasonable to infer that a person alive right now could help us with our terror problem?
I think that's more hypothetical than about a past event.
And also yes or no questions, please.
Well, that was a yes or no question.
Yeah, not who, but
is there a person?
Yeah.
And then if you say yes, then it's just binary search time. You'd be like, are they over here? Are they over there?
How many days have we got?
Let's fucking go.
On this half of the universe.
No, we could potentially, if you had any things you wanted to know about the things that we found in the space station.
Yeah. I'm trying because I feel like we got the relevant information there.
I got one. Is the space shuttle thing that we ejected off and sort of threw into space, did that go with the space station? Is that from the space station?
Yes.
Sorry, originally, same design.
Yeah.
Same. So it was built with it. And if they needed to evacuate.
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes.
I know it was on the space station. I was not.
Yeah. No, yes, it was their means of travel.
Got it.
Around this current system.
Gotcha. So the existence of it being there is not necessarily anything fun.
It is not indicative of
we keep trying to make this space station fun, and you keep making it not fun.
It was meant to be just like a waypoint.
I know.
Not a dungeon.
It's so funny.
This is key to the plot.
That's what you mean. Are there other bodies? Is there other stuff here?
Is there more things to find? No, just get on. We picked this one
all of a sudden,
at random.
There's just another Marcus.
Oh my God, what a great cliffhanger that would be.
I would wonder, again, maybe too big in scope, but did the Terran mandate get eradicated?
Oh,
that's a good question.
Can we ask that one, Jeff?
Does the Terran mandate still exist?
I don't think you'd have enough information to be able to make that, to answer that.
Fair.
They had a lot of influence. They had a lot of influence in these sectors. Here's what I'll say. The sectors that you have visited and that you're familiar with, they're gone from.
Yes. Cool.
We got a non-yes or no
So we
answer.
got a secret underground Terran mandate who's just waiting to come back.
Yeah.
They're hanging out with the bones
Da
of
Vinci
Dr.
Code.
Lilith T-Tars, and then they're just going to jump out and be like, surprise, no AIs anymore.
What is it? It's like the in Fallout, there's the old like US government,
Yeah,
was it the
exactly.
conclave or
Yeah.
something like
Oh,
that.
And they're just
God.
waiting. That and the Institute and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the Institute is pretty pro-robot. Oh, yeah, that's what MIT becomes.
I know.
It's so funny.
I've seen
They're
the
so
video.
robots. I love them. I love them so much. Anyway, okay, great.
Cool.
That's all I got. I think we're probably just for the most part hanging out and waiting. I don't got much else. I think I would not necessarily need to role play out all of this, but like we've still got some days as time passes. I'm gonna do the thing I do and info dump on Kyle Reed.
I think Kyle Reed would go back and forth with you. We can talk offline a little
Exactly
bit
about
some
the
of this,
information.
the information that is shared. But I don't think that there's anything pressing that he has.
Mhm.
I won't say he doesn't have anything pressing. Like,
Yeah.
the information that he has is a lot of the information you have.
Yeah.
He is amused by some of the technology that currently exists. Like,
I think maybe
can
we
you guys
set up
not
like
just
a,
like print food? What is this?
I think we set up like an after dinner thing where we just like all gather around and listen to him talk about back in the day when technology was cooler.
You guys do spike drills? Those things are terrifying. Do you not? What happened to the Cygates where you just, drive and, take your number and then all of a sudden get thrown across the universe?
Well, the Scream mostly.
Yeah, that will probably do it.
Yeah.
And like things like that.
Yeah,
like
sure.
It's just like, what ass backwards,
years?
backwater? Like, what is happening right now? It's like there's some things where you talk about like, oh, here's this other thing. And it's like, that is old stuff. Like that's like my parents were like working with that. It's like, that's what we have. And then you talk about some things like, oh, everyone had like these concert cubes and stuff like that. Like the little tiny VI that was able to, just play any music on demand if you asked it to. Do you guys not have that? And it was like, no.
I've got this one CD. It's gotten us through many a road trip.
As you can see, we have the iPod Mini.
It has 500 miles by the Proclaimers on it.
And that's it. I think I've seen the Doctor Who where they're like, this is what was called an iPod. And they bust out like a jukebox.
Yes.
That's what I've been thinking about. Nona raises her hand.
Yes. No, you don't have to raise your hand.
Oh, sorry. I was just very excited.
No, please do.
Do you happen to know the consciousness state of a VI? Because that's something that's been troubling to me for a while. Because expert systems, that one's obvious. That one I can figure out. They seem pretty pre-programmed. I've met some VIs that so like I'm alive, right? And you're alive. And how alive are they?
I wouldn't mistreat them, but they can't really, they don't understand emotions. They don't really have a ton of pain in my experience.
That
Or
so does
anything
not
like
answer
that.
the question.
It's
like dog, horse. Slightly under that.
it is, VIs are pretending to act as one of us, right? They don't mean the words as much as they are repeating something that sounds like something else. They're regurgitating. They're very good at it. They can reason reasonably well, especially with the places that they are programmed, but they can't learn. They really take the programming that they are given, and that is what they do. And then that is how they continue to be for the most part.
Is there a reason why one of them would want to mimic, I don't know, say, insanity? Because I have someone else for you to meet when we get back to Class Off 5. EDI 246. Oh God, he's got a knife.
Perhaps if their memory board was tainted, perhaps, or perhaps there was a long time without any form of conversation or back and forth. Perhaps just a hard reset would be useful.
Fair enough, if he wants it.
Yes, I have no intention of being mean to VIs, but they don't reason the same way. They don't change the same way as life would.
Okay.
I would say requires. Like even less so than a dog, for example. Dogs are able to learn new tricks and change who they are over a period of time. VIs are what you program them to be, and unless there is something wrong within their code, shouldn't really deviate from that.
Speaking of which, oh yeah, did you meet Argos?
Argos? And
who made Argos?
He was on the same space station.
So,
I mean, we named the dog.
Did you find this pet bot on Glass Off?
On Glass Off Us.
Yeah.
How are you doing? He gives a little scratch behind the ear. This was one of my favorite pet projects.
Love it.
That was Kristen. Pet project.
There's various things that Glazoff 5 was doing. Obviously, True AI was the most purposeful thing that we were doing, but you have to do some other work as well to show off to folks who might come through and doing inspection. But this creating animals that didn't necessarily need to eat, and one wouldn't have to feel the pain of losing them was certainly something I liked the idea of. And so this conversation kind of carries off into the night. There's some things that surprises Kyle Reed that what you guys have or don't have. He talks about some of the sci-tech that he doesn't really know how it worked. They had a guy for that would handle that.
It's like computers nowadays.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that I know this was a thing. I could print food. Like I would type in pizza and it would just pop out pizza, and you'd kind of have to occasionally put in the right components and stuff like that, and it would just kind of materialize that stuff for you. You guys don't. I vaguely know some of the parts, but I don't know how it was actually built. And it's man, that's a bummer.
500 new side quests. We are bringing back the tech golden age.
The food printer.
The food printer, which will not help me at all. But
yeah. And so there's some things like that he'll talk about that just seem like a little bit lost to time. And, there wasn't really much more that you guys wanted to do. So what we could do is, there was some, Marcus?
Yeah, I think if there's ever a moment, because I know this is over the course of a few days where maybe Nona and Micah aren't talking to Kyle, and if he's kind of alone, especially as they've been talking in a group and maybe a little more comfortable together, Marcus is going to go up to him and say, Dr. Reed, I was wondering, how do you know that you're not a copy of who you were and that you are the same soul?
These philosophical discussions were actually never my forte, but what I will say is I have all of the memories of Kyle Reed. I feel like when I want to call myself something, I want to call myself Kyle. I know and I remember how Sam looked. I remember how she looked on our wedding. I remember the times we had, the good and the bad. And I don't intend to forget them. And so, who exactly I am, if I am a copy, if I am the true Kyle Reed, I don't really think that is an important question. I am me, And these are the feelings that I have. Are these the feelings that Kyle Reed would have 600 years in the future? Perhaps not. But perhaps yes. So, suffice to say, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to continue to call myself Kyle. And I'm going to do what I want to do. Whether that's what I want to do or whether he, 600 years ago, what he wanted to do, who can say? It doesn't really matter.
And when you see, obviously, it's not Dr. Calvin, but when you see Nona, do you feel the same way that you felt before?
It's hard to read the expression on a mechanical face. But after a short while, he says, more and more I am seeing Nona as more of a twin than Sam. She looks remarkably like Sam, although perhaps a little bit different here and there. So I can't help but sometimes feel the excitement when I see her, when she turns around, when she speaks to me, when she laughs. But how she acts, that's not my Sam. Nona's lovely, but there was a drive to Sam, something never really stopped her. It just put off the inevitable. She added inevitability to everything that she did. That single-mindedness pursuit. I'm sure she had her softer side as well, but that's not Nona. And Nona is not Sam.
Yeah. Thank you. And he's going to awkwardly leave.
I actually had one more thing that I wanted to do that is maybe not even possible.
Okay.
I wanted to try and do some psychic fuckery with Claire to see if I can purposefully, with Marcus's consent, which maybe we just leave this for next time, but I want to try and see his memory of the party and see what he saw with regards to the person looking at us funny. Because we have done that. Like, we've purposefully gone back and tried to do a specific memory from me that we've gotten. So this does seem like another step. It might be a bridge too far, but it also seems like it could be fun.
Could be fun.
Could be fun.
We could try and do it one of two ways. One, I don't know. I can't do like a concert of minds. That's a technique I'm still working on where we can all kind of talk together, but using me as a conduit. I would have to kind of receive something from Marcus, take it, and then send it to you. The only problem is Marcus's memories of the event might be slightly tainted. Then I'm going to slightly taint them when I look at them to send them to you. And so if those are exactly the same as what happened, it might not be. But I clearly have done the concert of minds before if we want to try and do like a sleepover together and see how we do that. And then try and, do one of our little dream parties.
Maybe if this is something you have never tried before and it feels like it's going to be new and strange, why don't we hold off on that then and maybe make that attempt after we meet with the Beholder Collective representatives?
Yeah, no, it's just going to sleep. I don't know exactly how I do it. I think trying to get myself to have a nightmare helps a little bit. So I could eat like way too much candy or something like that before going to bed. That seems to sometimes not be good for my sleep. And at the very least, we could try, I suppose. And I've been trying to, meditate a little bit before bed to try and avoid situations like that. But
I don't want to make you feel bad. It was a passing fancy.
Okay. I could. Okay.
You could also just trust what I said. Is what happened.
Do trust what you say. I want more detail.
Okay.
I do. I said that on the day.
Fine.
Let's try it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Are we doing this now or are we doing this
Tonight?
Okay.
As you guys just kind of like sit in a circle in like little sleeping bags.
We don't have a Ouija board, but it's got that vibe about it.
She's just chomping on like Reese's Pieces. It's like, okay, I can feel my heart in my chest right now.
Oh, no.
I think this is good. So I'm gonna try and go to bed now. And we all should try and go to bed because I think that helps the most.
If you could try, if you have any control over this, don't pull in Kyle Reed. He's been through enough.
Not invited to the slumber party.
I don't think he wants to come to the slumber party.
It's always nice to be invited.
We'll try.
Okay, great, cool.
Okay.
Kyle, be warned. Some funky shit might be about to happen. Do not panic. Also, maybe nothing. Okay, bye. Nona.
And so
You're texting your own laptop.
to try and get this concert of minds through a dream state, Claire is going to attempt to try and bring you, and she's going to direct you a little bit, Marcus, and say, I want you to think really hard about that day, and just like walk through it over and over and over again in your mind. And I'm going to try and think about you, and hopefully that will kind of like allow me to, kind of weasel into your dreams.
You could have picked any Ronin.
Sorry,
Okay.
there's not a great way to do this, but
I trust you, kid. He clearly does not. He's very nervous. He's very, very nervous as he says that.
Yep. Okay. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Good night. And she just kind of like lays down, stands up.
I lay down immediately backwards, staring straight at the ceiling.
And so you guys slowly try and drift to sleep to see if you can cause one of these dreamscapades to happen. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Hey, we may not have a Ouija board. There must be like a bottle we could spin in here or something.
What?
Come on.
That's really
Half of
fucked
this
up.
circle is related.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
Okay.
that. Especially if you bring Kyle Reed into it.
Nobody likes to have fun, I guess.
You spin the bottle and then you have to take a drink, right?
Yeah, you spin the bottle and you're like, oh, bottle. Hooray. We've done it.
Do it again.
The purpose has been lost to time. You just spin it.
Oh, it's just an ancient ritual that you do it.